Welcome in, everybody, to TB Sports 27, and we're so glad to be here. There's a championship feel in the air. We just got done watching the Big Three playoffs. The Slam Ball Championship was a couple days ago. We just went live on YouTube where we talked about the Slam Ball and Big Three postseasons. Jump in, leave your comments on your thoughts there. But today, in this very stream, we're going to go 2 games deep, and we are going to bring you the RXFL Conference Championship games. It is going to be the American Conference and the National Conference, but up first, the American Conference. We want to thank some brand new supporters to TB Sports 27 over at Patreon. Thank you guys so much for signing up and supporting. We're getting closer. We got about 20 days left or so in our AEW Fight Forever promotion. If you guys want to see us bring AEW Fight Forever to the channel, a second wrestling show here on TB Sports 27, sign up at Patreon. We only got a couple days left. We got to try to hit our goal, and we'll bring AEW Fight Forever to the channel here. So do consider signing up, and thank you to our brand new Patreon supporters that have signed up here on the channel. So here we go. We are going to kick things off, and funny enough, this game, the first half, just dropped over on our YouTube channel. We just dropped the first half of the regular season matchup between the Redwoods and the Huskies, and what many people call one of the greatest quarterback duels of all time. We're going to show you the stats here before we jump into it, but it was the one and only meeting, and it was just a couple of weeks ago, and you see the score right there across the screen, 51-45. I mean, look at some of the scores that have been put up here, but they call it one of the best offensive duels of all time. Look at the total yards, over 1,000 total yards. Look at the scoring up at the top of your screen. It went into overtime, and total yards 829 to 624. Otto versus Lamar Jackson, and you see the numbers right there. 421 passing for Lamar Jackson, 3 touchdowns. Otto 411 with 4 touchdowns passing. Look at the longs here. I mean, my God. Number of sacks here, completion percentage on the up and up. They called it one of the best quarterback duels in the history of the RXFL. And Lamar Jackson had 162 on the ground himself, receiving wise. I mean, Anquan Bolden, 247, and Randy Moss, 193. That's got to be some kind of record, right? The 247? We looked at records. Let's look at records real quick. Let's look at it again. But this is the rematch you guys are getting here in the American Conference Championship game. Huskies at 10-6. We'll go look at that in a sec, but where's our records at? That's gotta be Kane. Records, stats. They put it under stats. They do. And receiving yards for not a career, for a game. I feel like that's got to be up there, right? Boy, it was not, but it was very close. Very, very close to being a record. So, not quite, but impressive nonetheless, and you guys are getting the rematch here today. We're going to know the first team that is going, and it's either going to be Toronto, who's an expansion team, or Sacramento, who is also an expansion team. Formerly, in our previous league in NFL 2K5, the Sacramento Spiders had a number of seasons, never made it to a championship game. Here they are. So we'll take a quick look before we jump into it in the American Conference, and you can see the Huskies, the 4 seed, a wild card, and the Redwoods, the 6 seed. So a couple of Cinderellas in the mix here as the Kiss and the Monarchs knocked off by the Redwoods, and then the Kiss and the Armadillos that were knocked out by the Redwoods, the Monarchs and the Lancers, who were knocked out by the Huskies. So the top 3 seeds all went down, and it's going to be Toronto, north of the border, hosting it here. It's not the Grey Cup, but it's the RXFL And then after this, we got the national championship game. I don't think we got any uni options, right? No, it's all pretty on the up and up here. So let's jump into it. Here we go, the rematch. Otto Graham set to go toe-to-toe with Lamar Jackson. The quarterback battle you didn't think you ever needed, but you're getting it here for the second time in the American Conference Championship. While we got the loading screen up again, consider supporting us on our various channels here. You're watching us live on Twitch. This is where you can get all the live streaming. You can chat with us. You can interact with us. Patreon's where you really help support the channel. You can help us keep going, get new equipment, get new games. YouTube, where you get all the on-demand replays uploaded, cut up in a timely manner. And of course, Twitter and Ko-Fi. If you want to help drop a little Ko-Fi donation there, we'll shout you out live on the air and give you guys a little thank you for helping support the channel in that regard. So we do appreciate each and every one of you that helps support the channel, and your support help keeps this channel going. You know, we had the channel at one point, we had Burke Sports Gaming, and we had to stop for a while. We weren't able to keep it going, but with your support, we were able to bring this back, and we're able to keep going here. We're continuing to upload the old archival footage on our Patreon page as well. Maybe that's something we can work on this weekend or next week as well. Get some of that more up there. I got to get all that off my old computer now that I got the new computer, so appreciate that one from you guys as well. But let's get into it. Let's talk American Conference Championship here, and it's Lamar Jackson. His chance in a world of legends, the Legends Football League, an opportunity to go to the Ultra Bowl. And we're calling it the Ultra Bowl, and there you see the Final Four, and that is because our top tier on Patreon is the Ultra Fan tier, so it's the Ultra Bowl. And we're going to hopefully be able to play the Legends Bowl, not to be confused with the brand new cool game that just came out, but it will be the Pro Bowl. But here we go, the rematch. We are back in Toronto. The Huskies hosted the wild card round right here. They got the victory and knocked off the Lancers. Then they went all the way to London to duke it out with the London Monarchs before returning home here for the American Conference Championship. And there you see him. Oh my gosh, I hit sorry. Let me bring that down. Sorry about that. A loose pillow came down, hit the keyboard, and there you go. So there he is, Otto Graham, 8-8. We've talked about the storylines. You can watch the past episodes. Are they a deceiving 8-8? They were 8-2 at one point. They were the number 2 team in the league. After Thanksgiving, they went on a big old losing streak. They lost 6 in a row. The committee still put them in, and they ended up proving the committee right with 2 big wins. And there you see Kareem Hunt. He is in the game here, still injured. Saquon Barkley, the previous starting running back. And I guess, you know, we kind of showed you the injuries, but just to show you once more, if you're a new fan tuned in here, you see Barkley, he's not going to be back for the rest of the season. And Warfield, if they make it to the Ultra Bowl, will make his return. Huskies coming in fresh as a dog can be. So here we go. We are getting down to it. And Otto Graham to throw it. We'll see. Does he have another 400 in him? Almost intercepted. Wow. So a look at your American Conference Sacramento Redwoods here. A stacked lineup, as all of these are XFL teams are. And it's going to be, a 2nd and 10 here, actually. They got the first down on the big run on the first possession there. So play action fake here. Otto Graham steps up, and there's Jabbar Gaffney with the reception. And the Redwoods, who have had really good offense in their 2 games. The LA Kiss game was a shootout, and then they put up big numbers, and we uploaded a little Moss short against the Armadillos there. Randy Moss catching one into triple coverage. Kareem Hunt staying on his feet. My goodness. And the Redwoods offense, fast and furious here in the early going in Toronto. Sacramento Redwoods, they have been the Road Warriors up to this point. Kareem Hunt bounces to the outside. They had a pretty quick travel as they went to Los Angeles to take on the Kiss. And they headed down to Austin before heading up north here to Toronto in your conference championship game. And a look at your Toronto Husky defense, which really beat up the Lancers. I mean, they knocked Deshaun Watson out of the game, beating him up. We saw Jay Cutler for a bit. And then they just knocked around and roughed up the London Monarchs. So they've had two very impressive defensive performances. The London Monarchs one, I think, was pretty shocking for everybody as Otto Graham finds Randy Moss, who nearly gets the first down, because Elway had no answers, and he got just beat up in that game. And we'll see if this Husky defense can continue it on here. I wouldn't say the same so far for the Redwood defense, where they've been impressive, and that screen pass gets blown up, and they're going to get held to a field goal. I wouldn't say the Husky defense was as impressive, or the Redwood defense, rather, was as impressive, because they pretty much had to rely on their offense, but they did beat up Michael Vick a little bit, too, in the game with the Armadillos. So, first points in the American Conference Championship booted through the uprights, and the Redwoods take a 3-0 lead here over the Toronto Huskies. We'll see, Steve Tasker lines them up, and then we're going to see Lamar Jackson. So previously I've mentioned that Lamar Jackson got hurt in the middle of the year. I'm not actually so sure that's been the case as I've been reporting on that, because I went back and watched an early stream from really early on in the season, like 2 years ago, and I said that RG3 was the starter. So it may have just been all along that, let's look at the depth chart here. Let's look at the depth chart. So it may have been all along that they wanted to go with RG3, and then they ended up switching, but I don't know. It doesn't make sense because Lamar Jackson's higher rated anyway. I don't know. Either way, it was RG3's show in the beginning, and then Lamar Jackson has had this thing on lockdown ever since. So we'll see the first possession here for the Toronto Huskies as Lamar Jackson rolls out, and so we're seeing on both sides, and there'll be a little bit of the jitters. So we saw a rough throw on the early going on the Redwoods side of things, where it was nearly an interception, and that one was kind of what you wouldn't expect to see out of a conference championship foe here. Couple of expansion clubs going at it. First year for the Toronto Huskies, first year for the Sacramento Redwoods. And you'd have to think, some of the teams that eventually, when we move to either Madden 24 or Madden 25, if we keep the same relocation teams, that these kind of would be the teams that would come along, these Huskies and Redwoods, considering the success they had here. And big opening, Lamar Jackson. Oh my God, and Lamar Jackson, he toasts them. Touchdown. Right up the middle of the field. He got some blocks. Anquan Bolden was out there. And 63 yards to the house. Lamar Jackson had almost 200 yards rushing the first time these guys played. And he's starting off here with another score. George Blanda puts the extra point through the uprights. And in 45 seconds, the Huskies back on top, 7-3. Of course, at the bottom of your screen, Portland and St. Louis. We're going to be streaming that one next. 15-1 versus 11-5. So while this one is kind of your Cinderellas, it's the 4 seed against the 6 seed. Over in the National Conference there, Portland, your 1 seed, and St. Louis, your number 2 seed. So all chalk on that side of the world over there between Portland and St. Louis. Of course, St. Louis, not an expansion team. This is their 4th year in the league. And for the Portland Lumberjacks, this is year number 2. Look at this. Cooley is open and makes the grab. Formerly the Portland Ironmen. And you guys can see how their season ended up at the lost season in the archives on YouTube. And the St. Louis Rhinos part of that mix as well. And they came along in season 3. So this would be their 4th year. And they started off pretty fast, too, for an expansion team. Got some playoff berths. They've never made it to the championship. And here they are with Jim Kelly. They had Troy Aikman, and then they had John Elway for a year as well.
Come on, set. 60 or. Get the ball.
Second down, 13. Play action here. Otto Graham unloads. Stanley Morgan. And Graham, who's been a very impressive passer all season long, continuing right here.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's go.
Randy Moss hangs on to it. Touchdown. How much are we going to see of that from Randy Moss? He wants to win his first pro football championship. Played in a number of Super Bowls with the Patriots and the 49ers. Never been on the winning end. Boy, he's been on these dynasties, right? I mean, you think of the Patriots and the 49ers and all the championships they've won. Grand total of 11 between the two. And Randy Moss was on 2 of those Super Bowl teams and never got to put a ring on the finger. So what do you guys think? Are we seeing another shootout beginning here? Sacramento and Toronto. Are we in the midst of yet another shootout? We got some preseason NFL games going on tonight as well. The Jaguars and the Lions just played. I'll try to tune in and catch my Broncos a little bit. The Broncos and the Cardinals both playing at the same time, so I got to pick one or the other. I think I'm going to go with the Broncos in this one, but I'll watch those Cardinal highlights, don't worry.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Target.
Play action here for Lamar Jackson, and he wants to run it again. Oh my goodness, he kind of mistimed that spin. Right on that American Conference logo. Leroy Selman, he's roughed some guys up here this season. Marlon Humphrey as well has been a threat back there. Charles Woodson. Alvin Kamara in the backfield for the Huskies. And there's the give. They're in this dome, which is perfect for this time of the year in Toronto.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. Set, ready. 15 on it. 15 on it.
3rd and 5. Jackson. What a threat he is. There's Bolden. It was the Bolden and Randy Moss show last time these two teams played. That's the first completed pass of the game for Lamar Jackson. Right on that Husky dog. Right on him at midfield there. Jackson. Oh my goodness. Look at Lamar Jackson and Fred Biletnikoff. That gets tipped all the way to the back of the wall. So what have you guys been watching lately? You keeping up with the big three? You keeping up with Slam Ball? NFL preseason going on? What you guys got? There's the give to Alvin Kamara. And we get 3rd and 5.
Let's get it together.
Jackson out to Walls. And there's your first down for the Huskies.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mike 54. Mike 54.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Bouncing outside. He's able to just get a go. They're getting him 5. That's pretty good. As promised, as delivered. It's been a fast and furious quarter here. Lamar Out to Kamara. And now we have ourselves a 3rd down once again. Empty set here. Jackson steps up, takes off, and gets the 1st down. Leroy Selman and Rod Woodson, I mean, they're all in shambles out there. Forget about it.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Come on, D.
No signs of a blowout just yet. Jackson, screen. Kind of hesitated a little bit. Got that one out to Kamara.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Let's see. Can they get one more play? Not going to lie. I thought that was a running play. That's why I hesitated. And Jackson takes off, and for the 2nd time is in the end zone. It's like playing with a cheat code, folks, with Lamar Jackson. And you feel like that was a designed run with the way he immediately took the snap, hit the side, and hit the end zone. And that is how quarter number 1 will come to a close. It is 14-10 in this one. Hometown Huskies, as promised, in a shootout. But it has not really been the offensive passing kind of shootout, right? It has been Lamar Jackson using his feet. We've seen some good passing on the other end from Otto Graham. But right now, early signs in this one say that it's going to come down to who possesses the ball last.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on. Set, ready? 30 base.
Hey, here we go.
Let go.
Kareem Hunt, who's had a couple of big runs so far in this game.
That's it, baby.
Set up. 15.
The American Conference Championship. We're going to stream both Conference Championship games with you here on Twitch. Then we're going to upload them on YouTube. We're going to cut them up into 30-minute sessions, thereabouts. And we'll upload them here on YouTube over the next 4 days. So if you're watching on YouTube, stay tuned, because you're going to get the entire slate of American and National Conference games over the next 4 days in the month of November. But if you don't want to wait, catch it early and ad-free. Every Twitch stream that we do, the replay, the entire stream, goes up on our Patreon page at the Mega Fan, Super Fan, or Ultra Fan level. You guys can get on there, you can check that out, and you can get the streams early and not have to wait for the episode to come out. We are streaming this right now, August 19th. It's going to be released on YouTube in... I can give you the exact date of when this will come out on YouTube. Give me a moment here. We'll look it up. Let me pull up my YouTube studio here. This episode, we are streaming on August 19th, as we said. It is going to go up on YouTube November 15th. That's 3 months away. All of August, the rest of August, September, October, November. 3 months from the time we're streaming to the time this goes up on YouTube. And Otto Graham couldn't find anybody open, and there might be your first defensive stop. So if you don't want to wait 3 months, if you want to catch all the action, patreon.com/TV Sports 27 early and ad-free. You get the entire TV Sports archives as well from our previous YouTube channel, the ones that we still have access to. You get exclusive footage if you're a fan of the RXFL. You guys know the Sunday night package is a part of that. Coming up in the championship stream, we're going to announce plans for Season 2. There's going to be a different package that's going to be up on our Patreon page. So you get exclusive videos. You get to interact with us one-on-one. When we start getting some more folks signing up, we're going to start doing some Patreon exclusive streams as well for you guys. You get Discord access. You could request different streams. So Damon, who just signed up, said he's got an interesting one for our first his first Ultra fan request, something we haven't seen on the channel in a while, he said. So I'm interested to see what that request is going to be. And of course, K Duckman, he always tends to request some Denver Broncos footage, so it's got good stuff coming up. So there you see it scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Consider not only getting the extra content, the bonus content, but it helps out the channel. It helps keep the channel alive. It helps support the channel. As we said, new content, new games. We can get new equipment. We can get better equipment. Think of where we were streaming off of the console to where we are now with the microphone, with the new computer, all that stuff. It's because of your guys' support, so we do appreciate that. All right, can the Huskies take advantage of the defensive stop? That was a pretty big stop that they got. And in this kind of shootout ball game that they look like they're going to be in, those kind of stops are going to be very important. Look at this. That's how dangerous Lamar Jackson is, man. He came up, he stepped up, and Marlon Humphrey tried to come up and tackle Lamar Jackson. Jackson saw that, dumped it off to Bolitnikov, and the rest is history, as it's a first down for the Toronto Huskies. Jackson, quick throw out to Walls. Going to be very, very close to a first down. They're going to mark it 2nd down and 1 here for the Huskies. Draw play, Alvin Kamara, first down, Toronto. And he's injured. Oh, my goodness. Kamara is hurt. That's a big piece of this offense for the Huskies. We'll go into the depth chart here and see who they got. Boy, he can't even lift the arm there. So we'll see what the report made. We got Jesse Ventura down on the field. Of course, he's our sideline reporter, right? Ventura. We got Billy Sims, the forgotten number 20. And he wasn't he on the championship team last year? Was he not on the I feel like I got to look in the I think he might have been on last year's RXFL championship team. Let's see. The APF, the All-Pro. Let's see what we got here. Give me a moment. All these, by the way, if you want to see the first 5 years of this league, all the stats are up on our Patreon page as well as the championship histories that we had. The Atlantic City Eclipse. No, Barry Foster. That's who it was. That's who I'm thinking of. He was the Forgotten Lion, right? Billy Sim was the Steeler. They both had short careers. Am I getting my short career guy? No, Billy Sims was the Lion. So Foster was the... Yeah, Sims was the Lion, okay. And then Barry Foster was on the Steelers, but he also had a short career. Either way, Billy Sims coming in. That's almost a touchdown. Yeah, Barry Foster had the short career with the Steelers. And he had the 1,600-yard season. Okay. So either way, 2 short-lived running backs. Billy Sims, Barry Foster. Sims was not on the Eclipse. It was Foster. Either way, Sims is in now. Oh, they're going to give it to Butler, and how about that for the touchdown? Well, they're not hurting right now without Alvin Kamara. We've not gotten the injury update, and that was a answer on a stop from the defense. So 3 touchdown drives for the Toronto Huskies so far in this one, and only a bruised sternum. So looks like they're going to keep Billy Sims in there right now. For the Redwoods, with this 4 minutes left, this is a gots-to-have-it drive, because right now, much like the rest of the games in the postseason, like we saw with LA, and like we saw with the Armadillos, doesn't look like there's many signs of the opposing team's offense slowing down. So the Redwood offense is going to need to keep pace and see if they can't come up with some big stops here. Play action fake. And just had to go short. Oh my goodness, that ended up being a complete disaster for the Sacramento Redwoods here.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Ready.
Check 59, 59.
We own them. We own them.
Going to play fake again. Otto Graham. And it's intercepted. I don't know how that interception happened because Glick's back was to the field. And that was also a situation where I thought the receiver was going to keep running straight, and he did not. And the Huskies are in a really good spot. Yeah, I did not know that was going to be a curl route. I thought he was going to keep running. What was that, Stanley Morgan? We'll see if we get another angle at it. I thought he was going to keep running straight. He curled in, and I guess Glick did kind of look back. But either way, that's the ropes, and the Huskies now, the hometown Toronto Huskies, have an opportunity here. Oh my goodness, Jackson had a wide open receiver. Walker comes in and gets the sack.
Good job.
As we mentioned before, I mean, they are the 4 seed. They are the champions of the North, right? The North or the East? I think the East, actually. They might be the East champions. Either way. Well, you know what? Jackson's just going to do the same thing again. Bolitnikoff, touchdown. There weren't a lot of people talking about the Huskies early on. They were kind of floating at around that 500. When Lamar Jackson came back, they have turned it around here. And in the face of legends, in the Legends League, Lamar Jackson in the American Conference Championship has his Huskies up 28-10. And just 2 quarters and some change away from a conference championship. And going on to the Ultra Bowl.
Let's go, baby.
So the Huskies are going to get the ball to begin the second half. So, as we mentioned on the last drive, same thing stands here. These are all pretty important drives right now for the Redwoods. Bar Gaffney brings that one in.
Let's go.
Keep an eye out. At some point, is Randy Moss going to get going here?
Hey.
He's looking for Moss. And Otto Graham just says, I'm going to take it myself. I'm going to do my own Lamar Jackson kind of thing here. He gets the first down at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
Graham. There's Randy Moss. Only touchdown of the day for the Redwoods.
That's it, baby. We're gonna work.
So you got to try to let some of this clock wind down.
10-2 stop.
Lamar Jackson can score in a hurry, and if you're the Huskies, when do they start calling timeouts? Uh-oh. Over the line of scrimmage. That's going to be a flag. I don't know what's happening right now, but...
Ready.
59 Mike. Check. 59. Hey, let's get some penetration.
Kareem Hunt back in the game here. Or no, he wasn't injured. It was Kamara that was injured. Huskies go ahead and take their timeout. Hoping to steal one more possession.
Set. 70. Indy.
Hey, here I come.
Now.
High snap. Kareem Hunt. Stopped by C.J. Mosley, and the next timeout taken by the
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
They're expecting a curl route. Did you hear that? They said, watch the curl. Watch the curl out there. And the final timeout taken by Toronto. So if they do want to try to make a run, they got to do it without timeouts. 2 runs have not been successful for the Redwoods.
Check. 59. 59.
Now you're at 3rd and goal. We need the big CFL end zone. Otto Graham. Oh my God. Otto Graham pushes his way into the end zone. Was that Bart Scott back there who got pushed?
Get him, boy.
Otto Graham just went toe-to-toe with 300 pounds of linebacker, and Otto Graham won. You're telling me this man doesn't want to win his first Super Bowl? Otto Graham with 3 NFL championships to his name. I just said Super Bowl, didn't I? An Ultra Bowl. He wants to win an Ultra Bowl. Just as good as a Super Bowl. Three NFL championships to his name. (28-17). However, and it just shows you, that's how big one defensive stop, it's like an arena football game. That one defensive stop, well, I guess 2 because they had the interception. So they had the defensive stop, the interception, and the field goal. That's the difference in this one, and if the Huskies go down and score in a minute, which they're very capable of, they'll get the ball to begin the second half, and if they score again, it's going to be a bad, bad spot for the Redwoods. Lamar Jackson throws it. Walls intercepted by Woodson. I don't think Walls even saw where it was. Yeah, Lamar Jackson not happy about that, so it gives the Redwoods an opportunity now. So he took a shot. Maybe that shot he took he didn't like. But Walls was just kind of even oblivious to where that throw was. He put his hands up, but that was no good. So, look at this. All of a sudden, it's a shot for the Redwoods. And it's intercepted going back the other way. Holy smokes.
Hey, let's go. Interception all day, baby.
All the hype going into this game was about part 2 Lamar Jackson, Otto Graham. We got 3 interceptions in this game. And that was a good throw, one-on-one coverage. Stanley Morgan got beat. So Jackson steps back out on the field. And he's going to have, in fact, that worked out, that interception he threw. That put them in even better field position here. Jackson. Oh my God, Kamara gets in his way. What a disaster that was. Alvin Kamara got right in the way. Now they're in field goal range, so they got to be careful about that with their 42 seconds here. Here comes a blitz, and Jackson puts it up for Steve Tasker. And 3rd and 9. It has not been the smoothest game so far, right? There's been some sloppy play out here. Nobody sees Lamar Jackson. Oh my goodness, he gets tackled in bounds. He was heading out of bounds. That was a huge tackle. That was Woodson. They gotta hurry. They either gotta run a quick play or they gotta spike it. They are gonna run a quick play with no timeouts. You gotta go to the end zone. Jackson! Touchdown, Huskies! Unbelievable! Unbelievable from the Toronto Huskies and Lamar Jackson, and they'll get the ball to begin the second half. Jackson tackled inbounds, didn't matter. George Blanda's kick is good. And Lamar Jackson, you saw, he's only ranked like 86 in this game. He's got the Toronto Huskies rolling. How about the wild card? They were a conference champ. People overlooked them. Thought they only got in because they were a conference champ. Of all the close games, man, you know, come on, we got to take a shot. Of all the close games in the wild card round, they were the one blowout over the Lancers. And then they go and upset the Monarchs. And here they are, dominant at home. Otto Graham could not get the ball away. Deacon Jones gets the sack, and that is how this one will come to a close. For those of you watching on Twitch and on Patreon, stay right where you are. The second half and the National Conference Championship coming your way. If you're watching on YouTube tomorrow at the same time, 12 noon Eastern time, right at lunchtime, you guys are going to get the second half of this ball game. The Huskies and the Redwoods. The winner goes to the Ultra Bowl. Follow along and support all of our different social medias. Ko-Fi, Twitter, Patreon, Twitch, YouTube. Consider following and supporting the channel. And be back tomorrow for part 2. See you guys then.